I'll never forget you for this.
Now go!
There he is! After him!
We are sorry to interrupt this program of popular Scottish romantic music to set your heart a quiver to bring you an important news flash. Richard Hannay, wanted in connection with the Portland Place murder, has been spotted on the moors near Loch Cremond. Police have warned he is almost certainly armed and dangerous. Here is his description once again. He is approximately 37 and about 6'1", with dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and of course his very attractive pencil mustache. His time on the moors has actually made him slightly more rugged looking, which makes him look even better looking than he did before. The suspect, Richard Hannay, is currently on foot in inhospitable terrain, and police can assure listeners that they are closing in with specialist squads and fugitive apprehension by foot, road, and by air.
There he is, over there.
Which direction's that then?
North by northwest.
North by northwest? Why, that's the direction of...
Professor Jordan's house.
Professor Jordan's house? I wonder why he'd go there.
No idea.
He's disappeared again.
Oh no!
There he is!
Shoot, man, shoot!
Oh, damn mist from all this impenetrable Scottish mist!
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh no!
We're too close to the...
Oh no!
Oh no!
I can't change direction!
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh!
May I help ye?
Yes, I'm looking for the professor. Professor Jordan.
Well, I'm his wife, Louisa Jordan.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mrs. Jordan, but may I speak to the professor? It's very important.
May I know your name?
Yes, Hammond. Tell him a friend of Annabella Schmidt.
Oh, Miss Annabella Schmidt. Please step inside, Mr. Hammond.
Thank you. Lovely house.
We like it. We just have a few people over to celebrate our daughter Hillary's birthday. Including a few well-to-do guests, including the sheriff of the town. We're organizing a shooting party later if you would care to join us.
Thank you.
Shall we pop into the party? On second thought, Mr. Hammond, if you wouldn't mind, I'll fetch my husband directly.
Certainly.
Mr. Hammond, so sorry to have kept you.
Oh, it's quite all right.
So you're from Annabella Schmidt?
Yes.
Do you have any news?
She's been murdered.
Murdered? Oh dear, yes, of course, the Portland Mansions affair. Quite dreadful. And now the police are after you.
They are, rather.
Well, don't worry, I'll pull them off the scent. They'll be far away by now.
Well, thanks awfully.
Not at all, old chap.
I didn't do it.
Well, of course you didn't do it, Mr. Hannay. I suppose it's safe to call you by your real name now?
Quite safe.
Jolly good. But do tell me, why did you come all the way to Scotland to tell me about it?
Because I believe she was trying to tell you about some secret, top-secret air ministry... secret. And she was murdered by some foreign agents who were interested too.
Really? Well, I'm so glad you told me, and risking your life into the bargain, how can I ever thank you?
The thing is, Professor...
Yes?
She was looking for something.
Go on.
Something called the 39 Steps. If we can find what the 39 Steps are, then...
So, let me get this quite clear. Oh, thank you. Oh, Mr. Hannay, you must be exhausted. Do take a seat. Better?
Thank you.
So, did she tell you what this foreign agent looked like?
There wasn't time. There was one thing. Part of his little finger was missing.
Which little finger?
This one, I think.
Well, are you sure it wasn't this one?
I'm not sure. I think it's...
Mr. Hannay, I'm afraid I've been guilty of leading you down the garden path. Or should I say up? I never can remember.
Seems to be the wrong garden, all right.
Oh, yes, I'm afraid it does. You see, Mr. Hannay, you forced me into a very difficult position. You see, I live here as a respectable citizen. My very best friend is the sheriff of the county. You must realize that my whole existence could be jeopardized if it became known that I was not, well, how shall I say, not what I seem. You see, there's my wife and daughter to think of. But what makes it doubly important that I simply cannot let you go is that, well, I am just about to convey some very vital information out of the country. Oh, yes. I'm afraid poor Annabella would have been far too late. So you see, there's only one option, Mr. Hannay.
I'll be serving lunch directly, dear. The sheriff has to go at 3. Will Mr. Hammond be staying?
Oh, I don't think so, dear. Well, unless, of course, you decide to join us.
For lunch.
That's very good, Mr. Hannay. Well, you're just the kind of man we need. Sharp, intelligent, cold-blooded, ruthless. You see, these will be the exact qualities we need when the war comes.
War?
Oh, yes, there'll be quite a show of it.
And what if I don't believe in those qualities?
Well, what other qualities are there?
Well, human qualities.
Human qualities? What human qualities?
Loyalty, selflessness, sacrifice, love.
Love? Oh, please, Mr. Hannay. When have you ever loved anyone? It's not in your nature, is it, old sport? Well, never has been, has it? But you know this. So sad, isn't it? No one to love, no one to care for, no home to go to. But that is, you see, that is our home.
Our home.
Oh, yes, and this is where you really and truly belong, old chum. Oh, we will show you love, Hannay. And in return, you will love us, the master race on our great, unstoppable march, commanded eternally by destiny itself. Well, old sport, what do you say? Will you join us?
All right, Professor, if you think I'm suitable material.
Oh, I do. How unutterably splendid. I will tell Mrs. Jordan.
Oh, one last thing.
Oh, yes, anything.
One little question.
Ask away.
Before I sign up.
Absolutely by libbling.
What exactly are the 39 steps?
The 39 steps. The 39 steps, thought I say it myself, is my own brilliant idea. It's the very soul of the enterprise. It's the very... But wait a minute. You thought you could pull the wool? You thought you could join us and then...
Master Race! I despise you.
You're just as bad as she was, Annabella Smith, with all her outmoded sentimental notions. Her high-minded, democratic, bovine shite and drivel. I thought for a moment you could join us. But no, you pathetic, pusillanimous, petty-minded.
Oh, bugger.
The 39 steps, Mr. Hannay. I'm afraid you will never, ever know!